2021 forecast readings. So we're going to do tarot cards, give you an idea what's happening in May, and of course we're going to do a relationship reading. If you'd like a personal private reading from me, and I do an amazing soulmate reading, I will put that link in the description box below. Right, Scorpio, let's see what's in store for you guys for the month of May 2021. First card up is the Fool. Oh, that's very nice. So you're taking your first tentative steps into a new world, okay? You have finished a cycle, it could be, and now you're stepping into a brand new cycle. You are not incredibly well equipped for it. Okay, so it's going to be brand new for you. It's not saying you won't cope, it's just saying this is brand new territory for you. Yet you are going to be stepping in with enthusiasm. You're going to be stepping in with a lot of light and happiness and lightness for Scorpio. Okay. And you are going to be experiencing new experiences very, very definitely, okay? The Fool is the naught card. It's the very start. It always usually shows in the other tarot decks what can be a dog, but actually it's someone to guide you and show you the way. So even though you are starting out with little or no experience in this new journey that's relevant to the new journey, I'm not saying you have no experience, it's just it might not be that relevant to this new journey, but you have guidance in that little dog. It's going to show you the way, it will nudge you, it will give you a little nip when you're really heading off in the wrong direction, okay? And normally it shows them carrying a tiny little knapsack on a stick, which means very little is being brought with you, okay? So on this new journey of yours, very little is coming with you that will be relevant to it, but it is something to look forward to with enthusiasm. That's interesting, okay, because no one else has got that card yet. There's been a few repetitive cards for other star signs, not that one. Right, let's see what else comes up here. Nine of Water. This journey will bring you satisfaction. It will bring you inner joy. It will bring you laughter and some fun, I'm hearing. Now that's good, okay? That is really nice. Now the Nine of Water. The nine is manifestation. Okay, so you're going to see manifestation on this new journey very quickly. If this is showing up as the second card and the Fool is your first card, then this is going to happen very quickly. You will start to see manifestation on this new journey of things that make you feel, look how she's got her hands ringed together. She's got a treasure chest there and a magnificent diamond. Okay, so this is, the diamond is normally an indication of a promise, okay, and a pact that is made between people. So this new journey takes some kind of commitment on your part, but other people are going to join in with you. It's going to bring you much satisfaction, and it will manifest very quickly. Okay, now that is very nice news. All right, let's see what's happening. I'm now just as curious as you guys what's going to be going on here. Next card, Queen of Water. Wow, okay. So look how serene she is. She is totally in, we don't want to say control. It's never a word I want to use with feelings, but her feelings are managed and used very resourcefully, okay? That's what gives her her serenity. So even though there are many feelings, and you guys, this is your card. Queen of Water is the Scorpio card, okay? Even though you are a water sign and very much governed by your emotions, they can be used hugely constructively, okay? And as Queen of Water here, it shows me you're going to be on top of this game where your emotions are concerned, okay? You're going to use your emotions to drive you forward, to thoroughly enjoy what you're doing, to inject enthusiasm into what you are doing, okay? Eight of Water comes up. Lots of watery cards here. So the Eight of Water, the 8 cards for me are always about coming back to the same place. So you've kind of arrived back at a starting point again. You look longingly into the ocean at a ship that is sailing away, which basically represents that you kind of look longingly back at the past at something and wish you still had that in your life, but that ship has sailed. But what you're not taking note of, look at his feet, okay? And it's not the first time that that treasure chest has come up. It's the Nine of Water too. Can you see? There's the treasure chest. That's what's in that treasure chest. Not only is it full of pearls of wisdom, okay, but it is making you a promise of a massive diamond, which is a huge commitment that you willingly go into that brings you much satisfaction. So even though you may be longing for that ship that is sailed, metaphorically speaking, what is lying at your feet is a massive opportunity, huge potential for something that will bring dedication for you and joy as well. And I think dedication is very important to Scorpios. They need something to get a good grip on, okay? You know, things that come and go don't suit Scorpios at all. That is not their thing, is it? Okay, so, ooh, and another one jumped out, and I'm telling you, it's another water card. So, you're in your element. And I'm talking to the floor so you can't hear me. Okay, so you're very much in your element. So, oh, it's an air card. Okay, 4 of air. So she's looking down a little nostalgically, I think. Okay, this would be the 4 of swords in the deck. The swords are mind stuff, mental stuff, okay? So the mental stuff is maybe holding you a little bit separate from what is happening, okay? So your mind is probably doing a little bit too much thinking. But at the basis of this, because the 4 cards are that, 4 is about foundation. And it's about setting things in stone, really, okay? It's about taking the thoughts and actually eventually grounding them so that they can make something for you. So there is thought involved, and it probably is keeping you a little bit separate from the journey at the moment, but it's also most likely necessary to ground what you want to do, okay? The thoughts will eventually ground. They are the foundation of what you're eventually going to do. Next card up for you guys is 7 of fire. Okay, so 4 is foundation, 5 is work, okay? But it's the indication to work because 6 is doing the work. 5 is, I would often call the unhappy cards. That's where the challenge comes in. The next step is getting you to work. So the 5 cards are the drive to get you to work, okay? So that can be challenging. The 6 cards are the doing the work, hard work. The 7 of cards, for me always, the 7's in every suite. When fire is doing, is the magic that needs to happen. Manifestation takes 2 parts. It takes work on our part and it takes magic. I'm not going to get into that now because that's a long discussion, okay? And when I say work, work can be thoughts, it can be feelings, it can be physical work. Fire cards are physical work, okay? So it is going to require a bit of physical work on your part, but also the belief in magic. Look at the unicorn extending up into the heavens there. So even though it requires a little bit of work from you, a little bit of physical effort put into it, it also requires you to believe in... Now, what is magic? Magic is things we can't see or touch or feel or smell, but they happen anyway. And they kind of just manifest, and that's how the way we feel about them. So that covers it very broadly, okay? Or in a thimble, if you want to put it that way. But you need to believe in that too. Your actions will produce a certain amount, but your belief and your faith needs to be there for it to fully manifest, okay? So that's probably going to be your work in May. Your final card is the Wheel of Fortune, the twist of fate, right? Life steps in, and it shoves that little wheel, and the next card clicks in, and here we begin our journey, okay? So I would say it's a twist of fate that starts you on this new journey, okay? And because you've got the Fool card here, and you've got the 9 of water and the Queen of water, it's going to be a good journey. There's going to be a few challenges. What journey is not without challenges? Mostly your challenge here is going to be up here, okay? It's going to be about not longing for that ship that has sailed, and also at the same time believing in the magic. Remember, we call magic is manifestation. Magic is things coming out of thin air, seemingly, okay? There's a lot more to it than that, but you need to believe that it can, okay? But this all happens courtesy of a twist of fate in the month of May, right? The next cog in the wheel turns, and so your life takes its next turn, and you set off on a brand new journey, okay? You'll have your little dog with you. The guidance will be there. It'll nip you when you're going too far wrong, and it'll encourage you when it sees a way through that will be fulfilling for you, is the word that comes through. Right, now let's have a look at your relationships. So we're looking for those of you in relationships, those of you that are wanting relationships. Reconciliation, that showed up in yesterday's reading as well. A lot of that kind of energy at the moment. I think it is an energy at the moment. Oh God, jumping out like I can't believe. Okay, so big message coming through for you guys, or insistent message, put it that way. Right, let's see what's coming through next. I'm actually going to pull them all and then we'll discuss them because they're very jumpy. So they're wanting to come out. Okay, that way around for you. Similar kind of cards to one of the other star signs. Okay, so reconciliation, I think, is a big thing at the moment. I think, on the whole, we are sealing, maybe sealing, possibly. We are seeing past life relationships emerging again. I think it's kind of a phase we're getting into the moment where past life relationships are either starting to play a larger role in our lives or they're emerging in our lives, okay? That's what reconciliation is about. This could be the one, okay? It can manifest in a few ways. For some of you, you realize the person you're with is the one. They are the past life relationship that you've invited into this life that you still want to work with, okay? For others of you, it could be somebody that you meet again for the second time in this lifetime, but they're from a last lifetime. This time round, you're ready for each other. You're ready for the next part in your story. Up to now, you haven't been. Okay, you needed to do a little bit of self-work. It was about you feeling valid. It was about your self-respect. You have been doing that kind of work, okay? It could have come courtesy of having to spend quite a bit of time by yourself or on your own or retreating from the world in some way. It was your self-respect that you were working on. And because you've been working on that, there can now be either a deepening of a bond with an existing relationship, some kind of resonance that crops up between the two of you again, or you attract that soulmate into your life that you're now going to spend quite a bit of your journey with. And you might have bumped into them before. You might not even have recognized them at the time. Or you might have met them, but they didn't make that much of an impression. Now you're going to see them differently, totally differently, because it's time for that relationship, okay? All right, Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Thank you for watching, listening, liking, subscribing. I genuinely appreciate it. And if you'd like a personal reading from me, that link will be in the description box below. Wishing you hugs and blessings for the month of May, and we'll speak again soon.